Hi, I'm Paul Hetherington, and I'm here at BrickCon, and this is my new steampunk creation. It's my first steampunk creation. Obviously, it's a giant robot, but it's also got a bit more of an artistic bent. I approached it as more of a surrealist portrait.
It looks like something Dali would have created.
Exactly, yes. Yeah, checkerboards is kind of my personal theme pattern. Like, if you look back at a lot of my mocks, I have a lot of checkerboards, but in this case, the checkerboard actually has meaning. Like the quote, I wrote a quote for this, and it's, as the sands of time erode the checkered past, the heart beats to emancipate itself from its chains to find love. So this is kind of like a steampunk love story. The sand represents time, and the checkerboard is like the moves that you make in your life, your experiences. And the character there has built this giant wall around his heart in the shape of this steampunk robot. And he's kind of shut himself off from life a little bit, but he's kind of fed up with that. So he is in the process of he's ripped out his heart.
See, it's like the chains are sort of hanging down from...
Exactly. And so with the right arm, he's going to cut the chains with that blade. And when he does that, you'll see there's this fairly cool blonde steampunk girl approaching his heart wall. And if he cuts the chains, I have a feeling that the two of them might meet, and it could be a steampunk romance.
Very nice, very nice. And with builds that are this beautiful, I believe the question that's always asked is it based on any intellectual property that exists currently?
No, it's based on my heart.
That is awesome.
And yes, so it's basically my creation. It was inspired by Kazuhiro Nakamura, I believe, a steampunk artist. I bought a calendar of his about 2 years ago, and he does basically the robot, the sort of android style. And so I wanted to do something like that. So that was kind of the inspiration for the robot, although it ended up looking a bit different from what he does. And then, I always like to throw a story into my work. So I came up with the heart and the whole heart idea and the romance, and then the surrealist approach with the sands of time and the checkerboard.
Sure.
Yeah.
And then you're getting some really interesting curvature here. How are you doing that technique-wise?
Magic. Steampunk. The real answer is hinges. The 1x4 hinge bricks.
Sure.
Just a lot. I used a heck of a lot of hinges in this.
Totally.
And then, once again, power functions, motors. The real thing was there's a limited palette of gold and chrome parts in LEGO.
Oh yeah.
So once again, I doodled for about two weeks using all my gold and chrome Bionicle and system parts, and made all these little sub-assemblies. And so as I was building the framework of the robot, I had about 40 or 50 little micro, sub-assemblies to kind of hold in place, and the nipple turned out really well, and it was, if I say so myself. So that was like something I doodled, and then all the stuff in the brain, those were things that I probably made, in the first week, that ended up sort of throwing them into the creation at the later stages.
And then one question we always like to ask is, what does it look like to transport this to a convention?
This one's pretty good. The head comes off, and then the front part of the heart is on two gray base plates, and then the rear part of the heart is on two gray base plates, and that right where the front of the robot is the dividing line. So the front is a nice low section that goes in a box, and then the back goes... I should show you the arms. The arms, they actually move up and down. There's these big panels on the back, so it could be automated.
That's really slick.
Yeah, thank you. I specialize in slick.